Hi everyone, welcome back. Week 8 of vegan weight loss. How much weight have I lost in the last week? Stay tuned to find out. Cue the intro. Welcome back everybody. It's week 8 of the 100% full vegan weight loss. I've had some monster numbers over the last couple of weeks, and we'll find out here pretty soon how much I weigh this week. So I'm not real big stuck on the numbers, but it is kind of interesting how much weight I've lost last week and today. You can see the lovely cloudy weather that I have behind us, but that's okay. We've really been needing a lot of rain in my area. We've been in a drought, so all in all, not bad. I got an interesting question yesterday, and I believe it was from Sarah McBee, or Sadie McBee. That's who it was. And she asked whether or not I was nervous being at our size on doing different types of exercises and stuff like that. And the answer is yes. It is somewhat of a worry. You know, how much do we push ourselves at any one time exercising? And the thing that seems to come up more often than not is because we're all new at exercising or newish to exercising, that we should take it slow until we have a decent amount of weight off. My goal so far is to hit about 350 pounds before I really start to get into weightlifting or more strenuous exercising. That being said, it hasn't really gone much to plan. I've got a lot of things going on right now that has kept me from going out and walking every day like I want. So I think I'm going to change my goal as far as that goes, and I'm going to say that once I get walking every day, a mile or 2 miles a day, I'd actually like to walk about 3 miles a day. I don't know why, 3 miles a day, 7 days a week, 21 miles in a week. I don't know why that sounds good. It's just whatever it does. But going vegan is surprisingly, you would think for us as fat people that going vegan wouldn't necessarily be such a big deal. But I think that we as fat people I think there's a perception out there that we're obsessed about food. But I think that while that is true to a certain extent, or we can be obsessive about some foods, for the most part, we also got to our different weight levels by not really thinking a whole heck of a lot about what it is that we're eating. So in the past, I've caught myself, you're watching a movie and you eat a whole bag of chips. It's like, you're not even really thinking about what it is that you're putting in your mouth or what that might be doing to you. And then on other times, I think for any of us that are carrying some decent weight, that we're also emotional eaters. So if something's bothering us, we might, pound out a bag of M&Ms or pistachio peanuts and pay for it later. Anybody's over eating nuts knows what I'm talking about. So, but going vegan, I've found that the obsession about food is maybe a little bit more intense because you have to find foods that are going to taste good or flavor combinations of different foods, and then what it is that you're actually going to eat. Salad is good, but the bagged salads primarily are just junk. They contain a lot of romaine. Or not romaine would probably be better than that, but iceberg lettuce, and so it's hard to find that kind of great salad mix to go to. And on top of that, to be frank with you, the bag salads are expensive as all get out, and doing the vegan thing, I'm really eating a whole bag of salad at one sitting, which kind of sounds horrific when you think of, well, part of losing weight is portion control. Well, that's true, but given what a salad is and the kind of other healthy things that we're eating, calorie deficit, eating a whole bag of salad isn't really that big a deal. The problem becomes on what kind of salad dressing you're using. So primarily I'm using like a red wine vinegar. That's pretty good. And I also made a vinaigrette yesterday or the day before using champagne vinegar, which I tried to repeat that recipe from the restaurant the other day. I didn't do so well, but I don't know what it is, I don't know what it is, but it didn't come out as well as what I expected. On the other side of being really intense about going on and watching what you're eating is having to read labels. It's amazing how much animal products are in quote-unquote vegan food. Some of the Morningstar burgers and different meats-ish, veggie meats, use egg or even whey as like a binder to make it give you that patty or that round shape or whatever. And I think if you're initially getting into it, that's not such a bad thing. But the whole point of me going vegan is to drop all the animal products because the inflammation and like cholesterol and stuff like that those products can bring. So it's really important that when you go to find a veggie burger that you read the package and make sure that there's no whey in it and that there's no egg whites in it. And that will really go a long way. So, but the other side too is while there are quote unquote vegan junk food out there, which I've done one review on so far, I've been looking for other good stuff to do. That it's just that it's kind of junk food. It's a healthy snack compared to other snacks, but that's relative to snacks that really aren't that good for you to begin with. And the vegan snacks aren't necessarily that great for you, but they're healthy compared to the others. So it's like how if you get pulled over for speeding, does it really matter if you're 5 miles over or 10 miles over? You're still caught for speeding. And so in the same kind of instance, or example anyway, the vegan junk food is just that. It's junk food. It's just somewhat healthier than other types because it doesn't have the milk and eggs and stuff like that in it. So I don't know. It's a little bit of nitpicking, but it's at least a guide. So I don't think it's that bad. That being said, I'm still trying to find different products to do for like Monday munchies because I think one of the important parts of doing this kind of diet is the ability to, hey, have some junk food. I think that there are times to have junk food, and I think there are times to be, really strict to the regimen of going vegan. And veganism probably isn't for everybody, but I don't see where it would hurt. Certainly, the studies by Ornish and what Dr. Greger puts out would, there's a very strong case where, hey, you just don't need it, so you don't eat it. But I do enjoy not having sugar, at least in form of raw sugar, or granulated sugar. I don't miss it. I find it hard to get away from oils. There's a lot, if you're going to make up like a vegan burger, you're going to need oil to kind of get it going. It's just, I don't know. So I struggle with it a bit. And then, when you have real life stuff going on that interferes with this or that, or just the pressures of everyday life, it can be a little overwhelming. So I'm going to put out a video soon of, maybe like the top 10 things I think that'll help people go vegan and be successful at it. I can tell you right now, one of my first tips would be is just to, maybe replace one thing at a time. Because I just went into it headlong. I was a meat eater one day and was complete not vegetarian, but vegan the next day. So I just went from one right to the other. And that was quite a change. So it may behoove a lot of people to just go at it a little easier than that, because it's a lot like hitting a brick wall. So I'm still eating beans. I think beans are great. About a can of beans a day, salad, hummus, which is also a bean, but you find different stuff like that. I'm probably going to have guacamole tacos tonight. I'd like to do a recipe on that, But I'm not a big fan of the guacamole seasoning packet, so we got some ideas coming up with that. And then just walking and exercise. But I've been amazed at, I'm not any less obsessive about food or what to eat, which I thought I might be. But that turns out to be not the case. So things are going well. Real life pressures are just that, real life pressures. But in terms of the diet itself, it's not, I don't see it as a big deal. And like I said last time, after having gone to that restaurant to celebrate a birthday and finding, vegan things to eat, it's doable. So, yeah, we're doing really good. I can't complain a bit. So, on to the important part of this episode, anyway, is my weight. Last time I weighed 395 pounds. And, when you're doing diet, sometimes you can yo-yo and gain weight back, whether it's water weight or whatever. Thankfully, I haven't had to deal with that yet, and I currently weigh 385 pounds. So that's another 10-pound loss week over week. It's a weird kind of weight loss. I'm not necessarily losing it right up in my gut, though I feel a little bit thinner up there, but it's like different fat rolls are shrinking more than others, and you get like under your arms and different things and around the legs. So it's amazing. As you get heavy, you don't put on weight weird. So you've got suddenly a big lump here and there. And, I think if that happened, you'd think it was a tumor and you went to the doctor. But I'm certainly seeming to lose weight in odd ways there. My feet look thinner. I have ugly feet, so I'm not going to show you. But, yeah. So my face, I think, is a little bit thinner. Although my boy will tell you it's just as fat as it's always been. And, you like that one?
Yes, I do.
Right, so, yeah, it's going good. Having fun with it. That's what I got today anyway. And I appreciate you guys tuning in and following along with my journey. I wish you all the success if you decide to follow along with me, or if you're already doing something for yourself. It's hard when you talk about these kind of things to, frankly, not heavy people or non-fat people. And being able to do this channel has been really good for me, because I get to talk with other people who are on the same kind of journey. And that helps out tremendously. Anyways, I'm rambling on, so it's time to cut the video. I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you who subscribe and participate in the channel. Let's see, question of the day: what is the kind of struggles you go through on a day-to-day basis trying to lose weight? Whether that's outside influences from friends and family, or just the general public at large, or just in the style of food that you're eating or not eating. I'd like to know that. And just comment down below. Give me a thumbs up if you would. It helps the channel. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I really would appreciate it. So you have a good day. Bye-bye.